find my customers. Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Experience at the 15th year anniversary of our Christian Premier Lady to Lady Conference 2024, themed Clothed in Grace, you'll be clothed in grace, revived, set ablaze, and become a blessing to others. Join us at the prestigious Fairfield Concert Theatre Hall in Croydon, Greater London, on Saturday, June 15th, 2024. Doors open at 10 a.m. Admission is free, but registration is required. It's where miracles happen, lives are transformed, hope is restored, and stories are forever changed. Our story mirrors that of Mary and Elizabeth, two ordinary chosen women who gave birth to greatness. Meet Mel and her mum, whose relationship blossomed into a beautiful friendship and thriving business partnership, thanks to a powerful moment of forgiveness at the Lady to Lady Conference in Croydon. Chuck and Constance defied the odds and became proud parents after attending Lady to Lady, truly a catalyst for a baby boom. Come and witness the miraculous. Attendees have reported seeing breast lumps disappear after our conference. From despair to success, stories like Evelyn's remind us that there's hope even in our darkest moments. Join us as attendees share their journeys of overcoming adversity and excelling in life. Experience the power of faith and transformation at Lady to Lady. Our conference has revitalized ministries and sparked profound spiritual turnarounds. Love also finds its way at Lady to Lady. Fiona received a marriage proposal just 4 months after attending the conference. Today, she's happily married. Join other amazing ladies at our annual conference and be part of the next chapter of miracles and transformations. Reserve your spot today for Clothed in Grace. Visit www.ladytoladyglobal.org or call us at 0203 983 9394 or find us on Eventbrite. Just in case you're wondering, is this for me? Yes, it is for you. See you there.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and The Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Today is the 7th day of June, the year 2024, with a time now exactly at 10:48. It is a Friday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so from now till exactly 12:30, depending, or yes, if we can get our money man on the show live, I'll be your captain. I'll be your captain, bringing you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. But wherever you are, this is Starr Radio UK. It is a pleasure coming your way, and I hope you are all geared up for today's program. Well, there's lots that has happened in the past 24 hours, and we are all going to be dissecting that and make sure that we know exactly what is going on from across the globe. So wherever you are, stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So let's move on. Okay, I seem to be having a bit of a challenge with the Facebook broadcast, not on the system though. So I know that you can see me, or if you're having a problem watching us live on the Facebook, let us know as well, whilst our team looks at it and see to sort it out. Yes, they are able to do so. Under the able leadership of Mr. Francis Guy, they do all that they have to do to make sure that you are getting everything the way you're supposed to. So wherever you are, don't touch the dials. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. So let me say good morning to Mr. Francis Guy. Let me say good morning to Mr. Olaimi Koiki, Kojodi, Felix, wherever you are. Good morning to you. Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man. Massive good morning to you, sir. Wherever you are this morning, I hope you are doing well as well. Let me say good morning to Anthony Adedeji Aziz, Bishop Adeshina. Massive good morning to you as well. And let me take a special time to say good morning to Rachel Agbeshade, wherever you are. Good morning, Pastor Momo. Good morning, Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, man of God. I hope you are doing very, very well. And if you're celebrating a special day today, whether it be your birthday or whatever it is, I salute you and I say well done and congratulations, and whatever you are doing, may it be well with you. If you're going through a challenging time as well, we want to say that may the Lord be with you, may he comfort you in whatever sphere that you find yourself in. But wherever you are, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I said, I am your one and only Archie, and from now till exactly 12:30, as I did say, or 1 o'clock, depending on if we could get our money man, I'll be your captain. Well, so by what program, I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The quote for the day say, and then after that, I'll bring you the weather forecast, then the travel updates. We'll move on from there to have a look at what is happening from across the globe, and that is known as global trotting. The discussions continues from there. Is where we'll be looking into details at all the stories. Then at a quarter to 12, the lines are open for you to add a voice to the discussion. At 12 o'clock exactly, if the money man is not going to be live, then we're going to be cross over to Kent to bring you a pre-recorded one. If not, then at 12:30, he'll be with us and we will be looking at some of the issues that is going on as well. But wherever you are this morning listening to us, we want to salute you and we want to welcome you to the show. Well, the program will not be void of music. There's going to be lots of music coming your way from here as well. So wherever you are, once again, welcome to the show. All right, then, let's crack on. So, the quote for the day says, success as a product is exciting, but the process is painful. Success as a product is exciting, but the process is painful. Because you need to sacrifice, you need to do a lot of things. There are a lot of things I tell people that I do, and they look at me like, really? Yeah. You want to sing, you want to do that, you need to be able to be ready. You're the time that people are sleeping, you need to be up there, you need to be doing all sorts. But so that is my way of the quote for the day for you today, wherever you might be this morning listening to us. It is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to the weather front as well. Let me tell you what is happening on the weather front this morning as well. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Whatever it is, they seem to have removed my broadcast there. I'm not sure why that happened, but I think I know why. The ladies to ladies conference thing might be what might have caused that. But whatever it is, well, so coming away from Star Radio UK. So now let's move on to the weather front. Well, for the UK, today and over the weekend, this afternoon, we'll see sunny spells and scattered showers across the north. More persistent rain is expected as well. More persistent rain is expected in the northern England at times. A variable cloud and odd shower in the south. Is going to be breezy tonight, turning drier for a time across the south with clear spells, although a band of light showery rain will move southwards into central areas. Overnight, further north clear spells and showers. However, when it comes to London and the southeast of England, this is how the weather is going to be for you today and over the weekend. Yes, we're going to be having a variable cloud developing, but it should remain largely dry with just the chance of the odd shower. Now tonight, so we expected to see a dry night with lengthy clear spells, although a few areas of cloud would drift in from the west at times, especially towards dawn. A milder night with gentle winds expected as well. And then tomorrow morning will become increasingly cloudy, leaving partly to mostly cloudy skies for the afternoon, with a chance of the odd light shower in the evening. Skies will brighten up. Now, after a dry start, Sunday will turn generally cloudy, but it will remain largely dry. Okay, so that is by way of the weather forecast. Top temperature is going to be 19 degrees. The lower is going to be 10 degrees. For Saturday, top temperature 19 degrees, the lowest 7 degrees. Then Sunday, top temperature 18 degrees, the lowest 11 degrees. Pollen level is going to be high, UV level moderate, and pollution low. So that is by way of the weather forecast for you today. Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, now let's move on straight to the travels as well. What have I got news for you? Keep your eyes on the roads, also keep you navigated, I promise I'll bond. Now, on the central line, those of you using underground, there are severe delays due to earlier multiple signal failures in the central area. Tickets are accepted on the London buses, Chiltern Railways and Elizabeth Line, Greater Anglia and London Overground via reasonable routes as well. On the Jubilee Line as well, minor delays due to an earlier signal failure at Stratford. And the Piccadilly Line, severe delays due to an earlier fire alert at Turnham Green. Tickets are being accepted on London buses, Elizabeth Line services via reasonable routes. And the Victoria Line has also got minor delays due to an earlier customer incident. Well. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. DLR, London Tramlink, and Elizabeth Line, and London Overground are also running a good service there. So that takes us straight to the major roads in London. On the major roads in London, A24, A316, A4, and North Circular, A406 are experiencing serious delays. So if you can avoid that, do your best to avoid that. That aside, all the others are running a good service. The River Bus, good service there. London Cable Car, good service there. Bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. But continue to keep your eyes on the roads. Greater Anglia, Merseyrail, Northern Rail, and Transport for Wales have all got minor delays. Now also ScotRail has got special service, and Southwestern Railway and Southern are experiencing severe delays. So check before you leave. That aside, all the others are running a good service, and that's why I'll say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a commercial break and we'll be with you.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to a minute after 11. Let's take this quick commercials and then we continue with it. Yes, if you are traveling to Ghana or you are already there and you want to chill out properly and enjoy all the rest that you need before you come to the hustling and bustling here in the UK or wherever you might be, JN Mobile Spa is the people or other people that you need to get in touch with, or is the organization that you need to get in touch with. They offer organic care in massage. If you are distressed, you need distressing or rejuvenating, sensual healing therapy, or for your facials, exfoliating, firming and lifting, then contact JN Mobile Spa. Their numbers are 0244 941 002 0244 941 002 or 0200 606 386 0200 606 386, and they will be at your doorsteps. Okay, now straight on to one other story or one other event also taking place, and that is the Lady to Lady Conference. It's taking place at the 15th annual conference of the Ladies to Ladies. It's taking place at the Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall in Croydon. The postcode is CR9 1DG. The date is the 15th of June, and the theme, Clothed in Grace. Doors open exactly at 10 a.m. For further information, just scan the QR code on the program or go to their website, visit their website. Their website is www.ladytoLadyglobal.org. Yeah, and they will be of help to you. Now, a final commercial, and then we go on global trotting this morning, and this pertains to another event that is taking place, but this time round on the 22nd of June. Faith Revival Assembly presents Free to Worship And it's featuring Reverend Bruce Gatti, aka Uncle Ato. So those of you who love lots of the gospel music, especially those that hails from Ghana, yes, you'll be having him there, Uncle Ato. And also Minister Ken and Cheska, they will be there ministering as well. Also ministering FRA, that is Faith Revival Assembly Choir, and Glorious Temple Choir, Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries. They will also be performing, or yes, be part of it, featured. And then the date is the 22nd June, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and the 23rd June from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The venue, Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road in Croydon. The postcode is CR02EA. And the event is being hosted by Reverend and Lady Reverend Annan. Okay, so make a date with them on that program. Yes. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
You are listening to Star Radio Morning Show. Archie on Star Radio. Nobody does it better.
Okay, yes, we had it. Now, so let's move on to some of the other stories making the rounds this morning across the globe, and that is known as what? Global Trotting. Yes. So kicking off from Nigeria, let me bring you some of the headlines there. Obedient Movement belongs to no political party. Peter Obi is saying, that's the Labour Party. The federal government reopens rehabilitated Lagos to Kano rail line, and PDP asks IGB to arrest ex-Adamawa Rec. We'll be telling you more about that as well. And Nigeria minister assures fair process in prosecution of Binance executive amid U.S. criticism. Well, we'll be following it. What will happen if they are not giving him a fair hearing or whatever thing that is going on? Would they ask that he be brought back, or would America want him? I mean, it's going to be a difficult one, but we'll see. We'll be monitoring it very, very closely. And then to international financiers, consider more strategic investment in agriculture, others in Africa. You're looking at that. It's an agriculture investment, but this is a case when we come to Nigeria. Insecurity is prevailing, and so you have people going to farms, and then there are attacks that is coming on from all those areas that are supposed to be very, very, very good places or good grounds or have fertile soils for farming, but now nothing is going on there. But it's encouraging foreign investors to do so. What do you think about that? Tinubu working to improve Nigeria's economy. That's what the SGF is saying. Well, yesterday, information came out that, though he said they have cancelled the subvention fund, or, the support that government is giving in view of petrol or fuel in the country, yet apparently they were ongoing. Now, Tinubu directs release of 150,000 naira grant to Ekiti MSMEs. In other stories as well, don't scrap State Electoral Commission. Yaga Africa edges NAS, and Saudi Arabia arrests 7 Nigerian pilgrims over Nusuk Hajj pilgrimage cards. Okay, we'll be telling you more about that. So if you happen to be traveling that way, you know exactly what to do. The PDP charges IGB to arrest and prosecute former Adamawa Rec. I did talk about that. In other stories as well, let me bring that one your way. And this pertaining to the southeast. Now, IPOP has rejected a bill seeking additional state for southeast, and this is demanding referendum instead. Now, give them a referendum, find out, but you going on to recreate or create another, another state. Would that broker the peace? Would that bring about peace, or maybe divide and rule? That is the way forward. Well, we want to know more. It is all coming away from Star Radio UK and other parts of Africa as well. Fire at Congo displacement camp leaves dozens homeless. A UN reporter reports is saying, and ANC leans towards unity government as uneasiness gains grassroots supporters. South Africa's first party is favoring a unity government over direct coalition, party officials said on Thursday. Well, what do you think? Will a unity government do or a coalition? So if you go into a coalition, they can tell you these are the offers or whatever thing that we are putting across. This is what we want. The demands, to put it there. And then you also say, okay, we can do that, okay, or we can agree, we can vote together on issues like that. But when we say a union government, then we have everybody, all parties being represented there. But I think a union government will bring about, but you know, there are some people who want to sabotage the whole system so that it can make themselves popular. What about that? Are they thinking that true? Well, let's see. Which one will you recommend for the South African government? It's all coming away from Starr Radio. Somalia elected to Security Council after more than 50 years. Okay, let's see what happens from there. And then RSF kills at least 100 in attack on a village. And that's what the activists are saying. That is the Sudan war that is taking place. In other stories making the rounds this morning as well, in Ghana, the vote transfer, MPP MP please basing outsiders to Sefi Akontombra, Western North, that's Western North NDC, is saying. Now, if you are doing a vote transfer, I don't know how that whole system goes about. But let me say good morning to Mr. Yawin every year. Hey, Mr. Free, I hope that we catch up later so that we can arrange some time for you. I know that he still speaks for the NDC, though he has a different position now in the NDC executives in the UK and Ireland. But I know that you want to speak for them. But what do you think about this? What do we call it that is happening? This voter transfer system thing that is happening there. Well, we don't know, but I'm not very sure exactly what is going to happen there. But more are going to be coming your way. Yes, long time is every year. Now, MPRA vows swift action on ILO report and concerns over SNIT. Well, SNIT says that, well, they are now selling some of their properties. But interestingly, who is it being sold to? Somebody who is on the board there as well. So, some are calling it conflict of interest. Now, AG Japate, there is no basis to allow inquiry into Godfrey's misconduct. That is what a judge is saying. Really? Interesting. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Ambulance case, there is no justification for AG to recuse himself. Kweku Pencil is also saying there. But we'll be looking at that case. It's quite an interesting one. Ambulance case, you can't take falsehood into the courtroom. Nana B to Atto Forsen. So who is telling the truth there? Okay. Was there any recorded audio thing there? Okay. If it was recorded, how true was it? If it is true, then the AG has to be held. But however, we will be following it very, very closely to see exactly what is happening to that once we get to Ghana as well. Okay. 20. That's November. That is it November 5? We'll see who wins that election and how is it going. Well, predictions are such that some are saying, well, the NDC should win. However, there are also the MPP people who are also doing their best. Ways and means. Okay. All right then. So this and a lot more going to be coming your way. Gabi returns to local politics as he campaigns for Baumia on TV show. Okay. When playing with the devil, give it a long hand. EC advice on dealing with NDC. Really? Okay. So we'll be looking at all those stories in a moment. But before we take a break, now in other parts of the world, what is happening there as well? Refugees sent to Rwanda from remote UK island are speaking. The migrants who the UN says are refugees say they feel isolated and unsafe in the African country. Why do they feel unsafe? Why are people beating them or what? Okay, well, what is making them say they feel unsafe? Because the issue has been that now if you are saying you are fleeing persecution, you are fleeing whatever it is, when you get to the first place country where you can apply for refugee status, you just go on to do so. But it looks like what is going on is that they get to France, they get to Europe, and they'll cross and cross and cross, and then cross this bit. And people are saying that no. So it's quite difficult. Now, somebody will say, oh yeah, because you've gotten everything, that's why you are saying that we cannot do so. But again, what do you think is the move for the government? I know that tonight's debate amongst the 7 leading parties in the UK is going to be an interesting one, because I know Nigel Farage, who is advocating for a total ban on migration. Let's stop it for some time. And like Trump said, and let's see how to deal with it. So maybe that's going to be the move. And then what do you think Rwanda move? Taking people to Rwanda will do? Well, more going to be coming your way. Well, Hunter Biden's ex-girlfriend panicked after finding the gun, especially knowing that Hunter was a bit because he was using drugs, unpredictable. Let me put it that way. But you want to know more? Continue to stay tuned on Star Radio UK. We're going to be bringing you more on all those fronts. The right could win big in Europe thanks to young people. So right-wing parties are said to be that they could win big in Europe. The European election is going to be taking place as well. We're going to tell you more about that. Netanyahu to address U.S. Congress on the 24th of July. What is it going to say? I've not heard. Is it continuing his quest to destroy, attack, and to what end? Well. And then in other stories, Modi to be sworn in as India's Prime Minister on Sunday. Whether it's got majority or not, somebody will tell you that nobody cares about it. But we'll see more about that. We're going to take a break. But in the UK front, where the Prime Minister did he shoot himself in the foot by leaving the D-Day event earlier, because he had got an interview with the ITV, and of course, people are coming back to chastise him, and especially when the Western leaders of the Western countries who were there took a picture, a photo, a photo opportunity that was arranged. Now he should have forgotten about everything and just stayed there, because he was running down to or trying to fly back to the UK to come and defend a stance or an accusation that's been leveled against him that he was lying about the increment of taxes by £2,000 by the Labour Party. Well, I don't know how that is going to affect his chances, whether that is going to cause that has caused his popularity once again to plummet, and how low can that go? Well. You want to know more about all that? Don't you go away. It's all coming your way from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. There are disruptions on Channel ferries due to Carlisle strike. Well, you know there is a strike there. So if you are traveling, check it out before you go. All right then. So let's take a quick, a musical break. And once we come back, we'll continue with the show. And this is an Ewe Funk medley featuring Carl Clote. Enjoy it, and I will be with you. Stay tuned and don't you go away.
This is Starr Radio, UK.
Semawa kanyesia Yemekwa tobibo Mawa kanyesia Hello. I got this, let's go. Let's get it. Can you clap with us? Come on, be a part of this recording. Let's go.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Okay, for you, yeah, that has been the funk medley, a good one there, of course, featuring Carl Clote. It's Mawu Kenyesia, meaning what? This kind God. And I hope you've enjoyed our music. But now we're going to continue. We're going to go into all the details of the stories making around this morning. This is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to exactly 22 minutes past the top of the hour. And it is the Friday edition of the morning show. As I said, the lines will be open at a quarter to 12 for you to add your voice to the discussions. We'll make sure that if anything happens here, we'll be able to get our money man, Mr. Tabiri, to join in. If not, then we'll be crossing, bringing you some repeat of the discussions that we've had with him in the past, one that we think will benefit you, let me put it this way, greatly. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our page. So let's kick off from Nigeria, where we normally will do. Now, as crises continue in the Labour Party, over the status of obedient movement, the presidential candidate of the party in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, has said that the movement cannot be annexed by any political party. Now, speaking against the backdrop that the Labour Party had created a directorate for the obedient movement and appointed 8 obedient members to control its affairs, Obi said no political party could create a directorate for the movement. Obi, who is a principal mentor of the movement in Nigeria, said the movement was beyond a political party and could not be so annexed and assumed into one. A statement by his spokesperson, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, quoted Obi as saying on his X handle, "I like to categorically state that the obedient movement is not a directorate in any particular political party." Of course, if you look at the way the momentum was with him, with the obedient movement, and it cuts across, he's saying, "I don't want it to be affiliated with a particular political party." So people say that, well, they are the ones controlling it. So, but what do you think about that? Maybe they need to be nurtured. Unless, of course, he's saying that he'll be able to do so. Starr Radio UK. In other stories, President Bola Tinubu has called on international development financiers to see Africa as a destination for growth and prosperity. So, speaking on Thursday at the Presidential Villa in Abuja during a meeting with delegation of International Finance Corporation, the IFC, a member of the World Bank Group, led by its managing director, Mr. Makhtar Diop, the president urged global financiers to consider more strategic investment in agriculture, infrastructure, research, and development on the continent. A statement by the Ajuri Galele, special advisor to the president, media and publicity, quoted him as saying, "The IFC and the World Bank need to see Africa differently. I'm glad an African is at the helm of affairs at IFC, and an African understands that the potential for growth, peace, stability, and prosperity is here. The world has to see us as a continent that can help the rest of the world and not perceive us backwards, unstable, and with leadership problems." But do we have leadership problems? Yes, we do. The question is, what are our leaders doing? You know, one thing, when I don't want to talk about particular issues, but when we go and then we have all these Western countries or advanced countries, let me put it that way, because it cuts across. I mean, every one of them are doing it. When we go to them for loans, somebody says there's nothing wrong with going for a loan. Okay, you go for a loan. You want to invest in a particular venture. You invest it there, you come out, and then, people can benefit from it. But when we go there, they now come and give us their own terms and conditions. So, apart from the money that they are giving, apart from the interest that you are paying on it, plus the principal or whatever you are doing, they tell you, you cannot be doing this, you cannot be doing that, and you have to do that. They'll give you instructions. And I remember one of our lovely friends who had been with us, who was one of our astounding listeners, Bridgebar, would say that if you go to your parents' house, my apology, your in-laws' house, to go and be begging for food, of course, and then you cannot even cater for your own wife, he put it that way. He said, when it happens that you have to go to bed with your wife, you have to go seek permission to do so. And that's exactly what is happening when it comes to Africa. What kind of leaders do we have? And do they have the interests of the country or the continent at heart, or they have their own parochial and personal interests that they are seeing to? Well, it is Starr Radio. Yesterday I did talk about one story from Nigeria where El-Rufai, former governor, is now being accused of actually squandering state funds, and they are calling for an investigation to that. And he's saying that, well, whatever thing that they're saying is not true. But others, where we have one astounding speaker, Shehu Sani, also saying that, you know what, he needs to be prosecuted, or proper investigation has to take place because of the wanton, wealth that his families or cronies have allegedly have acquired during his tenure there. So let's see. Well, in other stories making the rounds from Nigeria as well at 11:28, as we prod on, let me say good morning to Mr. David Kluche and Felix. Well, the contribution of agriculture to GDP in quarter one declined by 5.04% to 21.07. The CBN in the last 10 years spent around 2.07 trillion on interventions in the agricultural sector. That is pertaining to Nigeria. Now, farmers say the decline is caused by limited dry season, farming due to insecurity, and the high cost of farm inputs such as fertilizers. However, the decline is not responsible for current food inflation levels. Proposed plans by the federal government to import food unlikely to reduce food inflation. Now, Nigeria's agriculture sector GDP shrank in the latest GDP data shared by the National Bureau of Statistics, despite trillions spent in the intervention fund over the years. Now, this is as Nigerians continue to grapple with high food prices and food shortages in the most last of the country. The performance of the agriculture sector in the first quarter of the year reflects the current situation with food security across the country, according to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. But the question is, when there is insecurity and the farms are, we have the Fulani, the herdsmen, menace thing that is going on as well, and everything. Do you think it is the right time? Well, the investment that they are putting across, are they there to monitor and see, to give assistance to those who these monies have been given to make sure that they are able to make that money, the principal, and then actually make some profit on it to be able to pay the interest that it comes with it, even if there is no interest coming in, even if it's a grant that you are giving to them. Are we there to help them hold their hands so gradually they will get to that place that we want? Or we just throw the money? Yeah, we've invested 3 billion. Yeah. What did the people do with it? The what do you call it? Water scarcity that they're talking, a drought and stuff like that. How long have we been there? Haven't we talked about irrigation and all stuff to help our farming sector? What are we doing to ourselves? Well, if we are not our own enemies, then I'm not very sure. One final story, then we come to one other one that we can leave Nigeria. The secretary to the government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, has urged Nigerians to remain calm despite the current economic challenges. Now, Nigerians must remain calm. President Bola Tinubu is working to improve the economy, Akume said in Abuja on Thursday while addressing the National Executive Council of the Christian Association of Nigeria. He said that the current administration took over power when the economy was in a turbulent state, noting, however, that massive reforms were being undertaken. Now, the question again is, did they see that? When people were accusing government that, look, you were not doing the right thing at that time, what happened to them? They had, what do you call him? The information, Lion Mohammed, and all those people coming out to say, look, everything is fine, blah, 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 flying to the US and all those, giving press statement there and stuff like that. Meanwhile, this is from the people who were on the ground. They were all part of that government at the time, though. But they would say that they weren't the one calling the shot. But they were part of it, right? Yeah. One of them, which appears to be a little bit tough for people to understand, is the removal of subsidy on fuel. Now, people should stop shouting. They need to know the actual truth, Akume stated. He said that the government had taken several measures to address current hardship, including swift actions in the implementing palliative to cushion the effects of the reforms. Now, we are all aware of the 35,000 naira wage award for workers, which means 30,000 minimum wage with 35,000 on top of that. Really? Now, if you look at the inflation, does that not even swallow it before it landed? Well, additionally, 100 billion naira for CNG fuel buses will help reduce transportation costs and food prices, he added. Well, we know that no government, I do say it all the time, unless a few of them, but when it comes to this part of the world, when you go to the polls and you know that you cannot actually do anything to wait or outwit your neighbor than to make sure that you put policies that people are interested in, or people are seeing that is bringing about development in their part of the world or whatever venture they find themselves in, then you are bound to lose. And therefore, when they come up with policies, they make sure that the policies are one that will actually help them. I mean, their fortunes, help them in that way. So when it comes to Africa and some of the world where when it comes to elections can be manipulated and all sorts, they tell me that, there is no, really? I've been there, I've seen it all. But they will tell you all about that. But, well, let's see. Tinubu is put his best foot forward, and let's see whether it yields the needed result that everybody is looking out for. The final story from Nigeria. IPOB has rejected the bill seeking additional state for Southeast and has demanded a referendum instead. Now, the indigenous people of Biafra has dismissed a bill proposing the creation of additional states for the Southeast region, insisting that a referendum on exit from Nigeria is the only acceptable solution. The bill, which passed its first reading in the House of Representatives on Thursday, seeks to create Olu, that is ORLU state, from parts of Imo, Abia, and Anambra states. Now, IPOB spokesperson Ima Powerful argued in a statement that creating more states in Igbo land will only lead to increased confusion, hatred, and mismanagement. He cited the existing states' poor management and rising costs of governance in Nigeria as reasons for their opposition. Instead, IPOB demands a total referendum to determine whether the Igbo people wish to remain in Nigeria or seek independence. Powerful emphasized that the creation of more states is not the solution, and that IPOB insists on total freedom for the Indigbo. Well, listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, and that has been updates from Nigeria. But what do you think? Do you think the way forward for Nigeria as a whole is to give the people in the South is the chance to vote a referendum to see whether they want to remain part of Nigeria or not? Now let's move on straight to some other stories making the rounds on the African front, and this time around in South Africa. An ANC official has said that the first option on the table after the party lost its parliamentary majority is a coalition. However, President Cyril Ramaphosa and senior party officials were in a critical meeting on Thursday in Joburg to decide how to go about forming a government. We have already held constructive discussions with a number of parties: Economic Freedom Fighters, Inkatha Freedom Party, the Democratic Alliance, the National Freedom Party, and the Patriotic Alliance. We've also engaged our alliance partners to brief them on the process and will continue to seek their invaluable views and guidance. Now, any unity government plan will still have to be taken to those other parties, some of whom are more opposed to each other than the ANC. The Democratic Alliance, DA, has pledged never to work with the EFF or the MK, for example. But it's a case where we've got to catch a 22 situation and between a rock and a hard place. What do you do there? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, let me bring you this one. That is a good achievement, and let me bring that your way. A Kenyan cobbler, Stephen Ochieng's life was changed forever following an accident a few years ago. He was standing in a crowd of people at a park station, all trying to board a train to get home after work, when he fell under the train. The damage to his leg was so severe, they both had to be amputated. Now, a new 3D printing company, Prodia Kenya, has helped him and other amputees to change their lives for the better. After suffering with a wheelchair in the slums, I met someone who introduced me to a prosthesis. Okay, English language. Now, even though I got the previous one, it was very hectic in that after walking for a bit, I will feel a lot of pain, says Stephen. Then he was introduced to Prodia. Now, when I went there, I found that their prostheses are very flexible, very affordable. They are cheap. They are very good, he says. Now, Cindy Curatic also uses a prosthetic made by Prodia. The 24-year-old lost her leg in a motorcycle crash. Now, still at high school at the time, the injury had deep psychological impact, but says her prosthetic leg has helped her reclaim her independence. So kudos to this company by name, is it Kenyan? What is the name again? I'm trying to get the name of that company. Prodia Kenya. Prodia Kenya. We salute you, Prodia Kenya, for the good work that you've done there. But it's already okay. Now let me take you straight to Ghana as well. The Member of Parliament for Sehi Akontombra Alex Tete Junobwa has been conniving with the police to bus non-residents into the constituency to register to vote. Now, Western North Regional Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, Robert Kofi Ejekum, has said. Now, speaking this morning, Mr. Ejekum said the move on the parliamentarians' part was an indication of warning signs of an impending loss in the upcoming polls. The NPP MP for Sewi Akontombra, who is also a candidate in the upcoming election, is busing people from other constituencies to come and transfer their votes to Akontombra so that they can vote for him. He knows he has lost the election and is on his way to losing the election, so he's using this political gerrymandering. I think that gerrymandering has become a new terminology in Ghana of late. Well, so he says he's using this political gerrymandering to outwit us, but we are not going to allow him, he insisted. Now, according to the regional party official on Saturday, some muscularly built men, as we call them, the macho ones, who were brought into the constituency by the lawmaker, assaulted local officers of his party. He added that the men went to their candidate's residence to intimidate him. Mr. Jacob alleged that the individuals who were brought into register from other neighboring constituencies, including Awowin, enjoyed protection from the police before, during, and after the registration. And that makes it difficult, doesn't it? He revealed that these registrants were transported in with government vehicles, an indictment on the state. Now, the regional organizer stated that he was in the process of mobilizing young men to counter the threats against them. He assured that he and his men were committed to laying down their lives to thwart the MP's plans if the need arises, or the need arose. So wherever you are, stay tuned. Starr Radio UK. Let's take a quick break and I will be back with you.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I did say, yes, I will be bringing a repeat of one of the discussions that we had with the Money Man a couple of weeks ago. That's one that we're going to be bringing your way. So make sure your dials are logged on Star Radio UK and you don't go away. But for now, let me announce the lines open so you can hop in to bring your take on any of the issues that is being discussed. So if you happen to see blatantly that your neighbor or your opponent in an election is doing everything that they can to outwit you, what do? Not legal means, but using all, as they call it, I don't know what, gerrymandering means to do that. What do? Political gerrymanderings, not acrobatics this time. What do you think is going to happen there? Let me know. It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. In another issue that is making the rounds, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfrey Yamuadame expressed joy after the court dismissed the application filed by the first accused, Dr. Kessel Atuforsen, in the ambulance case. According to him, there are no persons in the country who manipulate facts. The most important thing is that all the applications filed by the applicants have been dismissed in their entirety. All 5 applications have failed, and in reaction to this, it clearly shows that there is a group of people in this country who ride in manipulation of facts, the distortion and deception of the public. They always seek to mislead and deceive the public, he told journalists after the court sitting. Now, Justice Efiase Wasare Bochwe, the presiding judge in the ongoing ambulance trial, has dismissed all 4 applications filed by Dr. Kessel Atuforsen and Richard Jakba. The court, in its separate ruling, said the application for an order of mistrial inquiry into the conduct of the Attorney General injunction and stay of proceedings were without legal basis. In a separate ruling, the presiding judge, Justice Efiase Wasare Bochwe, said that there is no legal basis for the court to order for inquiry into the conduct of the prosecution when the case is pending. The court said maybe another forum and not this court. Okay? Now, Dr. Atuforsen, the current minority leader, and Richard Jakba, a businessman, are standing trial for willfully causing a financial loss of 2.37 million to the state through a contract to purchase 200 ambulances for the Ministry of Health, among other charges. Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I said, feel free if you want to hop in or hop out. Now moving on to some other stories making around this morning in other parts of the world as well. Well, yesterday marked the D-Day, and there are repercussions from there that we're going to be bringing your way. But touching on some other stories before then, Narendra Modi, leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is set to take oath as India's Prime Minister for a record equaling third term on Sunday. A senior party leader said the ceremony will take place at 6 p.m. local time, that is 12:30 GMT. On Tuesday, a BJP-led coalition, the National Democratic Alliance, NDA, won the general election with 293 seats. The results were unexpected as the BJP did not win an outright majority as several exit polls had predicted. This led to a couple of days of uncertainty over whether alliance partners will back Mr. Modi and the BJP or negotiate with an opposition bloc to try and form the government. On Friday, NDA leaders unanimously backed Mr. Modi as the leader of the coalition and their prime ministerial candidate. At the meeting in the capital, Delhi, Mr. Modi thanked his allies and said that the NDA will make every effort to govern the country well and take it forward. NDA has completed around 3 decades as an alliance. This is no ordinary thing. I can say that this is the most successful alliance, he added. The BJP won 240 seats in the election, several seats short of the 272 required to get majority in India's 543 member parliament. However, two key BJP allies, the Telugu Desam Party and the Janata Dal United, won 16 and 12 seats each in their respective states, pushing the NDA comfortably over the halfway mark. Now, media reports had earlier speculated that the opposition alliance, which won the 234 seats, might approach the TDP and the JD to support the bloc and stake claims to form the government. Friday's announcement by the BJP has put that speculation to rest. In the coming days, the coalition will announce the names and ministers and assign key portfolios. Well, Modi now has to look back and see what he's done wrong and how he can rectify that. Or is he just going to go a rule with iron fist and just to go on and on and on? Well, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned to Starr Radio UK, because as and when all these developments come in, we'll be bringing it your way. A group of migrants who were transferred to Rwanda from a remote UK territory by the British government over a year ago, they say they feel isolated and unsafe, with one describing the African country as an open prison. Now, with political parties divided over the government controversial plan to send asylum seekers from the UK to Rwanda, BBC traveled to the African state to speak to 4 of the migrants already there, albeit under a separate agreement about their experience in the country. A small group arrived from Diego Garcia, an island in the Indian Ocean. They say their complex medical needs, in some cases as a result of past rape and torture, are not being met in Rwanda. Now, each of them receives the equivalent of $50 or £39 a week for food and other essentials. But under the term of their stay, agreed by the UK and Rwanda government, they are not permitted to work. All 4 say they have faced harassment and unwanted sexual advances on the street. They say they are in effect self-imprisoned, too scared to go out while they wait for the UK to find somewhere permanent for them to live. The group, all Sri Lankan Tamils, were transferred to Rwanda for urgent medical care after suicide attempts. They are now out of military hospital and living in 2 flats on the outskirts of the capital, Kigali, paid by the British authorities. Now, their legal status in Rwanda is not the same as it will be for asylum seeker flown there from the UK, but a lawyer representing 2 of the 4 say their negative experiences do raise serious concerns about Rwanda's ability to offer a safe haven for very vulnerable refugees. A senior Rwandan official said she had complete faith in the country's medical system, and migrants' concerns about personal safety were not shared by others. We have a thriving foreign population here, she added. None of the 4 tried to enter the UK. Instead, they filed asylum claims on Diego Garcia, which is used as a secretive UK and US military base. Okay, well, listeners, this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 8 minutes to the top of the hour. Now, Rishi Sunak says it was a mistake to leave the D-Day commemorations in Normandy prematurely on Thursday. Report had circulated that Sunak left ahead of a world leaders gathering on Omaha Beach, and it later transpired he'd taken part in an interview on ITV. Now, Sunak says it was a mistake not to stay in France longer, and I apologize. Labour accused him of a dereliction of duty. Now, earlier, Sunak denied the claims he made about Labour's tax plans were dubious after Keir Starmer accused him of lying. Asked in the ITV interview if he will lie to stay in power, the Prime Minister said, No. It comes after a TV debate between Sunak and Starmer, during which the Prime Minister claimed a Labour government will mean £2,000 of tax rises per working household. The statistics watchdog had criticized Sunak's presentation of the number, saying people would not know it was a sum totaled over 4 years. Well. So he went on that path. For the last hour, so Labour focuses on mortgages today, and that's what Labour is doing. Elsewhere, parties continue to make their pitch to voters. Labour is focusing on mortgages. Earlier announced a new policy to make permanent a scheme which ensures low deposit mortgages are available for first-time buyers. We're due to see party leader Keir Starmer and deputy leader Angela Rayner out and about today. For the Conservatives, they are targeting, they pledged a 1,500 tax cut for parents earning 6-figure salaries. If we are re-elected on the 4th of July, the party says it will increase the income threshold at which someone starts to lose their child benefits. We're due to hear from Sunak soon. We're bringing you and everyone. The SNP leader John Sweeney has made a speech in Glasgow where he addressed the Sunak D-Day row. There, the Green parties are knocking on doors today, while the big names in both the Lib Dems and Reform UK are taking a break from the campaign trail. This evening, 7 parties are taking part in a BBC TV debate, including the Conservatives, Labour, SNP, Lib Dem, Plaid Cymru, Reform UK, and the Green Party. So we'll be monitoring it very closely. And of course, Monday we'll bring you everything that you need to know pertaining to that. But this is where I bring the first part of the program to a close. We'll be taking you to Kent to bring you the Money Hour. But until then, let's take this commercial break. And once we come back, this announcement, then we come back, I bring you that program as well. Now, come Sunday, KB Bosman will be hosting one of the representatives of one of the big hooks or the organizers of the Lady to Lady conference in the person of Dickness Jen. Well, she'll be joining KB Bosman at exactly 3 p.m. on the Faith Talk on Starr Radio UK. However, Lady to Lady Conference, you are invited to their 15th Annual Women's Conference 2024. The theme is Clothed in Grace. The place of the event is the Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall, Croydon. The postcode is CR91DG. Doors open exactly at 10 a.m. That is the 15th of June. And if for further information, you can scan the QR code or go to www.ladytoladyglobal.org and you'll get all the necessary information. Remember, it is free. All right then, Starr Radio UK. Okay, in another event that is going to be taking place on the 22nd and the 23rd of June, Faith Revival Assembly presents Free to Worship. So that is free, so you're not paying any gate charges there. So free entry, yes. Reverend Bruce Gatti, aka Uncle Ato, and Minister Ken Cheska, and also ministering the Faith Revival Assembly Choir and Glorious Temple Choir of the Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries are ministering. The event is taking place on Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road in Croydon, and the postcode is CR02EA. The event is being hosted by Reverend and Lady Reverend Anand. So make a date with them and see you there. So come your way from Starr Radio UK. Now let's take a break and I'll bring you the Money Hour with Mr. Dan Tabiri. Stay tuned and don't you go away. Okay, let's take this music whilst we do so, and I will be with you. This is from Ejapia, and it says, enough, 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 enough.
Satisfaction you can never find in yourself or in another human's eyes. You tried everything, but what joy did it bring? You thought you were feeling high, but you were living a lie. I doubted when they told me that you could make it right. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I knew it'll turn out right. Looked into myself and the emptiness inside. Tell me, can you feel me? How are you enough for me? Enough for me? Would you satisfy me completely? I want to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Who'd have ever thought that I'd find someone like you who loves me unconditionally like the way you do? Every single day I wake up and I pray that your mercy and your grace will find me in all kinds of ways. So in those darkest times, like Daniel in the den, or even if it's like Lazarus who was dead and in the grave, I'm gonna look up to the hills like David did to you and cry out with all faith in me that God, you're enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me. In my days I've never seen the righteous abandoned or forsaken, no.
Jesus Christ stepped in for me when he died on Calvary. He supplied my every.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Only the best music.
He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me.
Nyamamu esubonam edi bonamle lucianume meva bobina ewe kumia. Nyamamu esubonam mawu esubonam. You're enough for me. You're enough for me. You're enough for me.
You're enough
God
for
is
me.
enough. You are enough.
You're enough for me. You're enough for me. To the hills, like David did to you, and cry out with all faith in me that God, you're enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Enough for me. Enough for me. my God, enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me. In my days I've never seen the righteous abandoned or forsaken. No,
Jesus Christ stepped in for me when he died on Calvary. He supplied my every need and proved without a doubt he's enough for me. Enough for me. He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me.
Nyamawu esu bonam edi bonamle lucianume meva bobina ewe kumia. Nyamawu esu bonam mawu esu bonam.
He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me.
Nyamawu esu bonam edi bonamle lucianume.
And then, you know, when you get to the burial,
ewe kumia. Nyamawu esu bonam mawu esu bonam.
That is enough for me there by a JBR featuring McAfee Dawo. That is a beautiful piece there, and I hope to bring you more of that. Yes, of course, if you have any promo or anything of the sort that you want it done, feel free to do so, and we will make sure we bring that your way. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Today we're looking at a particular issue when it comes to investment, tax on foreign investment. We're going to be looking at that with the money man. So wherever you are, don't you go away. Once I bring that your way, just stay tuned and enjoy that. Stay tuned.
Investment, but specifically what we want to be looking at is tax on foreign income. So if you live or you're a resident in the UK, we want to look at what if you have income from abroad, what are the implications with regards to your income tax?
Okay,
that's what we want to be looking at.
Okay, so you have income from abroad. So assuming I'm here, we have Starr Radio UK. We are doing our, and then maybe we have another outlet in maybe Nigeria or Ghana, and after that, I do get some monies coming in. Is that what we are referring to?
That's what we are referring to.
Good.
That's what. So you might be living in the UK. You might be resident in the UK, and we will look at the definition, which is very important.
Okay.
Of who is resident in the UK for tax purposes.
Okay.
We're not talking about immigration.
No.
This is for tax purposes. Definition.
Okay.
You may have gone out abroad to work. Is that income taxable? You might have foreign investments and savings.
Yeah.
You might have money at Men's Gold. Any
hope that money is there though.
It's still there, exactly. So any investments you have abroad, savings and investments, any interest you earn, are you taxable? If you have a property overseas which you rent out, if you have income from pensions, that are held overseas as well. So these are the type of income that we will be looking at.
Okay. So first of all, you go on with the introduction, what residence and every definitions, and then we move on, please.
Okay. So for one to be liable for foreign tax, first of all, you have to be resident in the UK.
Okay.
To be liable for UK tax on your foreign income.
Okay.
So UK resident status is what affects your or determines your liability to UK tax.
Okay.
Non-residents only pay tax on their UK income.
Okay.
So they don't pay tax. They don't pay UK tax on their foreign income.
Okay.
So you might be in the UK, but you are not considered a non-resident, and therefore your income from abroad is not taxable in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, and we will go through that. So residents in the UK normally pay their UK tax on all income, whether from UK or abroad. Okay. Now let's look at some of the residence criteria to see who qualifies to be a UK resident.
Okay.
So whether you are a UK resident depends on how many days you spend in the UK, and you are automatically resident if any of these two points relate to you.
Okay.
First of all, if you spend more than 183 days in the UK, you are considered UK resident for tax purposes.
Okay.
If your only home was in the UK, you must have owned or rented or lived in it for at least 91 days in total, and you spent at least 30 days there in the tax year. So if those are the two criteria for qualifying somebody as UK resident. Okay. And therefore their foreign income becomes taxable in the UK.
Okay. For the sake of our listeners, we are not talking about immigration here. So that is different. That is a different ball game altogether. We're talking about taxes in this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. And then you are automatically non-resident if you spend fewer than 16 days in the UK, or 46 days if you haven't been classed as UK resident for the last 3 years.
Okay.
So there are exceptions to exceptions to these rules.
Okay.
If you work abroad full time and spend fewer than 91 days in the UK, of which no more than 30 days were spent working, again you're automatically classified as non-resident.
Okay.
If in a particular, for example, you moved out of the UK, or you moved into the UK in the middle of a tax year, then for residence purposes, that tax year your income will be split between the residence period and non-resident residence period, and apportioned accordingly. So, for example, if you came into the UK 6 months, and for those 6 months you qualify as a resident, then your income for the tax year, your foreign income for the tax year, will be split into two. 6 months being related to your residence, and another 6 months
non-resident
to your non-residence. Yes. So that's how it works.
Wow. Okay.
And then there are also these rules have changed since 2013, but we won't go because these rules have changed. We won't go. Previously, there were other rules around domicile and non-domiciled residents, which looked at where people's parents or their father, most especially, where they establish their home. But those and that was very complicated set of rules, and HMRC have scrapped that because there are some people where some people who even do not know where their fathers are born, or you know, they either lost contact with them. Or they don't know who their parents are. That it becomes very difficult to establish these domiciliary rules. So HMRC abolished these from April 2013.
Okay.
Now there are some rules as well regarding the income. If you are resident in the UK, if you are non-domicile in the UK, non-resident in the UK, and your income is less than £2,000, you are not required to make any submissions or tax returns to the taxman in the UK. So there's an exemption limit.
Okay.
For residents of £2,000. Yes.
Okay. So let me just take a bit of clarification from there. Now I'm here. Maybe I have some investment back home, and every year I receive some money from back home. Now it hasn't total up to 2,000. Does that mean that I don't pay any tax or I don't declare it?
That's right. If it's less than 2,000, if the income is less than 2,000, you do not have to declare it.
Okay. Now somebody will ask another question here. That assuming, let's take it that my parents are so loaded. Okay, so it's not an investment per se, but I'm living here. I'm a resident here, and they from time to time send me money to support me in whatever I'm doing. I mean, because they've got it. So maybe they send me more than 2,000 in this case. Do I have to declare that?
No, because it's not income.
It's not income.
This is not income. No, this is not money that you've earned. It's not from, as we looked at from the beginning. Income is classified as wages, which if you work abroad, foreign investments and savings interest, rental income on overseas properties, and income from pensions held overseas. So these are not income. This is a gift from your parents. We might have to look at inheritance tax rules around gifts, but this does not apply when in terms of looking at the tax on your foreign income.
Okay. Wow. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. I have with me our money man, Mr. Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. When it comes to all the accounting issues, he is there to deal with it for you. So make sure you get in touch with him. He will put in his details at the end of the program, and then you know how to get to him. But today we're having a look at how tax applies to your foreign
income.
Income. Okay. Now, so let's go on, sir.
Okay, so another important point to make is that some incomes are taxed overseas. So let's say you have investments in Ghana, for example, and you've earned dividends or interest on that income. And tax has already been deducted at source. When you bring that income into the UK, you have what we call a double taxation relief. So you do not have to pay tax twice on
okay, that's good.
So when you bring that income into the UK, you would get relief from the tax that you already paid abroad. And most countries around the Commonwealth have double taxation agreements with the UK. And if that happens to be the case, then you would qualify for this double taxation relief.
Okay. But let's take it another example. We have some of our professionals who have gone outside, some of them in UAE and all those places doing some work there. Okay, so I count the number of days that they come to live in the UK, and it will not be in total in a year, might not be up to 30 days or thereabout. Now, how does that apply to them as well?
So, which means that if we check them against all the rules in terms of the days that they spend in the UK, and they are classified as non-resident, then even though they are UK citizens, i.e. the whole UK passports, they are non-residents, and therefore that income is not taxable in the UK.
Okay. Okay.
So they are taxed in the place where they are resident, and when they come back to the UK, they only come in. They don't live here. They don't have residency here, and therefore they are not taxed in the UK.
Okay. Okay. Good. Go on, sir.
There are also some special rules relating to students, foreign students who come into the UK to work. So, sorry, to study. So you are here studying, but you have income from abroad coming in. The rule says that you don't need to file a tax return for foreign income on dividends if it's under £300 in total.
Okay, under £300.
Under £300. Again, if you have income from abroad, usually what happens is, even though you are non-resident in the UK, if you receive that income in the UK, it becomes taxable. If you are classified as non-resident, if you bring that UK income into the UK, it becomes taxable. Now, for the special rules that relates to students, for example, so let's say a student is here in the UK and he is not resident in the UK. He's a foreign student. But has income from abroad. If he brings that income into the UK, he would only get relief on that income if he can prove that the income was only brought in to pay for his student fees or accommodation, bills relating to his study.
Okay. So when it happens that maybe he has excess money where he can go to buy a car, go and do this, go and do that, that's where he has to be paying.
Exactly. If the money that he brings into the country, if he doesn't use it for his student purposes, then it becomes taxable. I'm not sure how HMRC will find out.
Yeah, that was the question I'm going to ask. How would they find out?
But in this country, everything is based on documentary evidence. And if they suspect that that's the case, then they would ask you, obviously, to prove it.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Can we go on, sir?
Yeah. So as we said, there are also certain scenarios where people can be dual residents.
Yeah.
So they are split. Maybe for UK, the UK rules mean that based on the number of days that they are resident in the UK, they qualify as UK residents. But another country, the rules in the foreign country might also make them residents for tax purposes in that country.
Yeah.
In that case, they are what we call dual residents.
Oh, okay.
So therefore, they are liable to tax in both countries. But again, they would also qualify for double taxation relief, so that they do not have to pay tax twice on their foreign income in the country where it's generated, and when they also come back into the UK.
Oh, okay. So there will not double taxing.
That's right.
Okay. That's interesting.
So these are the rules around bringing in or where a person earns income from abroad.
But assuming somebody, maybe I visited Ghana, I have a property there, and out of that, maybe I went there, negotiated some deal with some people, they've taken over the property, they give me a cash. Okay, so I'm carrying a cash of maybe up to £5,000 in my pocket, bringing it, handling it. So it's cash that I'm bringing in. Now, how am I going to declare that to HMRC?
Well, the responsibility or the onus on declaring your correct income rests with the taxpayer.
Okay.
So it's the taxpayer's duty to declare this in their tax return, whether it comes in by cash or by bank transfer. It's not the issue. You might want to say that how are they going to prove it? Well, you have to declare it. It's your responsibility. If you declare to HMRC that you receive £5,000 in cash, they have no means of disputing that, and they would have to, unless they have reason to believe that you have under-declared the amount. Then there is no issue. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Listeners, it is Star Radio UK. Money Man, Mr. Dan Tabiri on the in the house, bringing you the money issues, trying to address all that for you. Today we are having a look at the tax from foreign income. Okay. Now, please go on.
Yeah. So really, that's all the issues around the foreign income. There are some specific rules as well when it comes to capital gains. So let's say you have a property abroad, and you sell it, and you make a profit on the property, and you bring the property into the UK again. It becomes taxable on the remittance basis if you are a resident in the UK.
Interesting. Okay.
So there are different rules when it comes to different type of assets. But the main criteria we want to look at is the residence basis. You need to decide where you are resident for tax purposes, and then that determines where your tax liability falls. Okay.
So when somebody listening to us I've got dual citizenship for Ghana and let's say in the UK, and if I'm able to just go to both places as and when, maybe I go live in Ghana for maybe 6 months or 8 months. When it gets to summertime, I come here just to avoid the cold. So that's what somebody's saying. And I have some investment back in Ghana that I've not, maybe properties, a few of them that I've not declared, and I have my pension here as well, so I come in and enjoy that. Now, how does that apply there?
Again, we look at your residence. If you spend, let's assume that you are a UK resident for the number of days that you spend in the UK. That we've looked at. If you lived here, you've come here for 183 days in any tax year, then you become resident. And therefore, if you qualify, then any foreign income, so you have a property abroad or you have pension income, or whatever income you have abroad, you have to declare it in the UK. You have to declare it. Like I said, if you have paid any tax overseas, then that tax becomes, you get relief for that tax overseas on the UK. So your UK tax is assessed, and you get a credit for the tax that you have paid overseas.
Okay. So
you don't pay tax.
Yeah. So that your tax overseas. So you have to make sure that you bring, you have a copy of whatever taxes that you paid overseas. You have to bring that here.
Absolutely. You need evidence of that to be able to claim that relief. Yes.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay. Before we go, what else do you have for us before you put your details online for our listeners, please?
Well, we hope to be looking at more interesting tax topics. We've just finished 31st of January, which was the deadline for self-assessment tax returns. So we'll put that to bed for now. But we will be looking in the coming weeks at. We'll be revisiting. I think we've looked at inheritance tax before. We will be revisiting those topics to bring the knowledge to listeners so that we can all understand how inheritance tax affects us. It's not only about when people die and we inherit properties. There is more to inheritance tax, and we all need to know and understand that. If anybody has any questions or any issues relating to tax or accounting matters, my telephone number is 079-6124-8834. 079-6124-8834. And my email address is dan@gilaccountants.com. dan@gilaccountants.com.
Wow, Mr. Tabiri, let me say thank you very much for another brilliant time with you.
It's a pleasure coming your way, and good afternoon to all your listeners.
Okay, have a wonderful day. We'll catch up later then. Okay, so that has been Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man, who brought you the Money Hour today. And today we'll look at tax on foreign income or investment. Ooh, that was a mouthful, isn't it? Do you fall foul to it? What do you do? But at least you have information, so you know what way or what to do next. So on that note, I want to say thank you very, very much to every one of you for tuning in today to listen to us on the Starr Radio UK. Hey, my brother Jojo Emmanuel Lawson, man of God, good afternoon to you. I hope you are doing very, very, very well as well. And as I say all the time, I pray for more grace to be able to do that work. It's not easy at all, Yes, but God empowers us all the time. All right then. So once again, let me say thank you very much to each and every one of you. But this event is taking place on Saturday, the 15th of June. And that is the Lady to Lady Conference. The event is taking place at the Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall in Croydon. The postcode is CR91DJ. Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall. The postcode is CR91DJ. The theme is Clothed in Grace. And doors open at 10 a.m. For further information, you can scan the QR code or just go visit www.ladytoladyglobal.org. And you get all the necessary information that you need. Also, KB Bossman will be bringing you the Faith Talk program on Sunday exactly at 3 p.m. And he will be hosting one of the representatives or organizers of the Lady to Lady Conference in the person of Deaconess Jen. Yes, she's going to be on that platform. She's been on it a few times when the program is going to come on. I think she's got a lot of testimonies and things that she's going to be talking about there. So make a date with them when they come your way on Sunday. And they come the 22nd and the 23rd of June from 6 p.m. That's on the 22nd to 9 p.m. Well, Faith Revival Assembly is presenting Free to Worship, and they are featuring Reverend Bruce Gate, aka Uncle Ato, and then Minister Ken and Cheska. Okay. Also ministering will be the FRA Choir and Glorious Temple Choir of the Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries as well. Well, the event is taking place at Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road, Croydon. The postcode is CR02EA. Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road, Croydon. Postcode CR02EA. And the event is being hosted by Reverend and Lady Reverend Annan. So make a date with them. So that is where I bring the program to a close for today. God willing, I will be with you on Sunday. Yes, for the live church broadcast. Yeah. Or on Monday for another edition of the morning show. And I hope they're going to be having a nice weekend. But remember, tomorrow morning or dawn, exactly from 5 o'clock to 6:30, we'll be having Reverend Michael Esiama and his team bringing you Command Your Morning. Yes, on that program. Yes, make a date with them, a place where you come and you pray and you command your morning. Yes, and tell God there's the Power Word International and the Power Hour. Command your morning, and you will be encouraged to pray there as well. On that note, I say God richly bless you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I see you all when on Monday. All right then, bye bye for now. Let's do this tune, one that I brought you earlier on from AJ Bia featuring Makafui Dao. Okay, and it says enough. Enjoy it.
Satisfaction you can never find in yourself or in another human's eyes. You tried everything, but what joy did it bring? You thought you were feeling high, but you were living a lie.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
I knew it wouldn't be easy, but
thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
I looked into myself and the emptiness inside. Tell me, can you feel me? How are you enough for me? Enough for me? Would you satisfy me completely? I want to believe you are all that I need, my God. Enough for me.
Who'd have ever thought that I'd find someone like you who loves me unconditionally like the way you do? Every single day I wake up and I pray that your mercy and your grace will find me in all kinds of ways. So in those darkest times, like Daniel in the den, or even if it's like Lazarus who was dead and in the grave, I'm gonna look up to the hills like David did to you and cry out with all faith in me that God, you're enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God. Enough for me.
Yeah, enough for me. Enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God. Enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me, and my days have never seen the
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.